Hey everybody, this is Zach Westy,
And Mr. Zones.
and today we're watching episode 5 of Out of Nowhere. 50s Robot Comes Alive.
Got this cinematic opening.
Yeah, this was a real cinematic opening. So, with all the rain here, I had to split the audio between a version that had all of the sound and then a version that had the rain.
To be able to control the volume difference between the voices and the rain.
Yeah, because if the rain was going down and the voices were with the rain would overpower the voices.
Yeah.
Yes, and the introduction of Dr. Animo, who was
one of my favorite characters, honestly.
Yeah. He was also supposed to be in season 2 of the series we were gonna make. Mm-hmm. He was gonna be the main antagonist of that season.
I remember hearing the name before that.
Yeah. But we just never finished season 2.
True.
And so I was like, well, I'm going to repurpose the character. He's kind of an interesting concept.
Yeah. Is that a letter on the door? Is that an N?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So this is like a spaceship scene that I just repurposed because it kind of looks like a laboratory.
Yeah. And the background is supposed to be... Is it supposed to be...
It's a cityscape.
A cityscape, okay.
Yeah.
So when we see space, that's the one we're not supposed to see.
Yeah. So every time I would have this scene, mm-hmm. I would have to go in and manually change the scene to the city backdrop.
Yeah, I have to change every backdrop.
Which I looked over these scenes 1,000 times to make sure that I didn't do that in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Wasn't necessarily as focused in the end scene, and there's one part where you just turn around and there's just something in space for no reason.
Yep.
And I was just like, you know what, it's too late. I'm not going to go fix that.
Can't tell any of my associates what's occurred.
So yeah, we have the return of the head honcho here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the things about him is his pride, and so he's choosing not to tell his associates about the things that happened, and that's why he's trying to hire this guy to get the town off his back. Mm-hmm. Just being I just want the problem to go away, and they don't have to ever know.
Well, and it's more like he just wants to get back at this town, but he can't let any of his associates know what happened.
Right, which is why he's doing outside sourcing.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes,
and it was also a good excuse to introduce this eccentric character in Dr. Animo. So, because in this episode, I feel like Dr. Animo is definitely just insane. But kind of like the mad scientist insane. But in episode 6 and 7, we definitely made him more childlike in his insanity, and I just found that just far more fun to work with.
That's why he's one of my favorite characters, honestly.
Because in this one, he's I don't know, he's almost like Bane to some extent, where it's he's slightly insane, in the movie. I guess would be a better way of putting it.
That's fair.
Where he's just slightly insane, and it's oh, do you really feel like you're in control right now, or something like that? And
yeah,
I just didn't have a real character for Animo yet. But then just making him friends with everybody, just
yeah, when he literally uses the word friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
How much do I
the 50s robot thing, that's a costume.
Yeah.
What is the title of the costume 50s robot, or is it
I think it's just Boxhead Robot.
Oh,
but,
okay.
So the thing that we do in the movies is the movies will give you random names for scripts. Mm-hmm. And then we got Busty's introduction here.
Yep.
So the movie will give you random script names, and 50s Robot is it's got 7 different movie title names.
It's one of the only it's one of the only series that the game has created for us for some reason.
50s Robot Comes Alive, 50s Robot Runs Amok, just 50s Robot.
Yeah,
because they really want you to make movies about this. They were really proud of this character, apparently.
I guess so. Yeah.
Oh, this is the what date is it, or what year is it? Conversation.
Oh, the what? Yeah, what year is it? This bit that that broke my roommates even harder than the one I mentioned before.
And it mainly just came up because in the movies is like kind of weird because you'll follow like a movie studio from the beginning of the 1920s until like whenever you want to stop playing, but it'll effectively have like the timeline from the 1920s to about what the mid 2000s thought to the 2010s would be.
Yeah.
And so there's just like there's a lot of like inconsistent technology throughout the game where you'll have like these really high tech like sci-fi weapons, but nobody has a smartphone because they didn't exist back in 2004.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to like put this joke in of like what year is it, because we'd just be like going through things where it's like, man, this place looks like it's a pad from the 70s. What year is it?
Yeah.
And it's like working on a computer from the 90s. What year is it?
Well, I mean, I'm dressed like a dude from the 70s.
Yeah, like you're literally wearing like 70s clothing in the game.
And this was a thing
What the fuck was that for?
that we made
You know exactly
in
So this
the
was-
previous series.
yeah,
right?
where-
Wasn't her
yeah.
thing the fact that she could never die?
Well, it was always kind of weird because we just didn't. Once again, this is like just how convoluted the original series was.
Yeah.
It didn't necessarily matter if a character died in an episode; they would probably come back anyways.
Right.
Because like I feel like one of the episodes ends with all of us dying in a
Remember that?
yeah in Kerbang Boom Crash. The
Oh,
movie.
Kerbang Boom Crash the movie, that's right.
Yeah, and then
I was
just we're all fine the next episode. So with no explanation.
Yeah.
So this one is the action movie in the genres where
Yeah.
All Together Now was a comedy, Get Lucky was romance. This one,
that must be
Neil LeBog's episode was horror, and this one is action.
And then what? The next one is sci-fi?
Yes.
Okay.
Because, yep.
Because 6 and 7 together are the sci-fi ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And episode 1 is
as a
like,
government agent.
It's just an intro.
it's just a
You never
pilot,
ran
yeah.
into anything.
I never ran into aliens. I ran into weird shit all the time, but nothing compared to Busty.
Who?
Oh,
Did he say, you said it was just like while he was on the job, right? He never
Yeah.
like said where he met her. Or
yeah,
anything?
didn't explain. I mean, it's somewhat implied that like she was something where it's like someone calls up and it's like, there's some alien girl who won't die or whatever, but
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Like
I didn't know if you had come up with any lore for that.
no, not really. Just more or less like he met her on the job.
But then I heard that someone spotted
And that's about as far to the extent of the lore that I came up with that.
And then I heard you were hitting on.
Because we don't necessarily have an explanation as to why she can't die either.
True.
And then I heard from
Other than it's kind of funny. and so like her character in particular would get killed off a lot because man. So like she was just like we made this back when we were like high schoolers, you know, so it's like, oh, girl with big tits, isn't that hilarious?
Yeah.
It was that kind of humor throughout the old series as well. Like there's a bunch of like really poorly aged jokes essentially in this.
We didn't curse, but we were immature as hell.
Yeah, pretty much. Didn't curse, but had like a girl walking around in like nothing but panties or whatever.
We only had a character named the Nearly Naked Chick.
Yeah, I
it's
mean-
not like we were.
And so Busty was originally voiced by me,
Yeah.
but Kelsey, my fiance, voices her now, and she did a fantastic job, I feel.
Yeah. And she's gonna continue voicing her.
Yeah, and
And you were okay
so
with this?
essentially, like originally, like the joke was that it's funny to hear like my like falsetto voice coming from like this sexy character, and then like a bunch of people gave me crap for the character, and I began to sort of like hate the character.
Yeah.
So I just kept constantly killing her off for no reason.
How do you not know?
And then she just keep coming back, and it was like, oh, okay, can't get rid of her, so.
You wouldn't believe
Oh right, she doesn't know who Charles is.
Yeah.
guys, I don't
She just showed up in this town.
Yeah. That bit right there, the "Who is Charles" bit, was an improvisation between Kelsey and I.
Oh really?
Yeah, that was not in the script at all. We were just sitting here like making that argument one time, and I was like trying to explain to her the series as she's like recording the lines, and it's like, well, no, you gotta understand that like Charles, and it's like, well, who's Charles? You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Yeah, for real.
Sorry, I thought you were a highly trained government agent. gotta use my own pride against you.
Using that feminine walk to leave the
Yo,
bar.
I don't have good options for leaving.
Looking for a Target, like the general store?
So originally, he just says looking for a Target,
How'd you wind up
and
here
like
anyways?
it doesn't say like the general store, and I thought it would be too confusing if he didn't include that because he says, "What were you sent by Walmart?"
What,
Yeah.
You sent by Walmart?
There you go.
Prime
So I wanted to make that a bit more clear as I was recording it.
Of the Devil's Sons. The Devil's Sons?
So this
Right,
was written
inside.
after that you had said it.
You were sent by the
Yeah.
honcho. What, does he want to kill Charles again? Negative. Target set is Town of Tombstone.
So once again, that's just me,
Well,
the 50s robot, and I'm just
you're
like
in
talking in a
Tombstone.
slight monotone, weird voice.
Target acquired.
Target acquired.
Activated.
Yeah, because. And
So
that's always
this-
been the thing too, right? Is that
Yeah.
you've always wanted it to use a shotgun and
Yeah, yeah. And that's an added sound.
Yeah.
Like that's not in the movies, but
see, that's what we were talking about. With
Yeah,
with
yeah, that's-
entering in the
Oh, we were just
That's-
cold for some reason.
yeah, that's a normal entrance, and he's just like, which kind of works in that scene because he's afraid. But
Killer robot.
Yeah.
I've heard of them
Yeah.
before. They're designed to.
so this had to be you. Most of the time, Shovelhead gives like info dumps like that, but it's like Shovelhead knows nothing about Earth, so
Yeah.
had to be you that had to give the little lore dump about the. Oh, this is the return of the alien to just get blasted away.
Was she like drinking and like gargling
Yep,
to make
yep,
that noise?
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah. And Kelsey played that character. She was very upset that we got rid of that character, and I'm like, yeah, but there could be an entire alien race of that character. He's just
Yeah.
ready to go.
There are multiple color variations of that race in the game.
Yeah, we can just bring him back, and it's, like,
Yeah.
it's just another dude.
Yeah.
Suggestions as we play the role of
Wait, didn't you die last season? Oh no, this is a different one.
Yeah, that's my little sassy.
Greg, here.
One
take
of my
this.
favorite lines that I've recorded.
this?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I wish I thought of that.
Yeah.
Use my pistol and we'll get that robot's attention one way or another.
Sounded like it was jammed.
Yeah, it actually was. That's what the scene is that the gun is jammed, but it's the perfect one for you to be like looking at it, being like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
Well, looks like it's bulletproof.
Hopefully, a
I mean,
space
maybe if
weapon
we
will
opened
be
the
able to
window,
hurt
it might help.
Otherwise, we could
Yeah. Yeah, does he just shoot straight through the glass there?
Yep.
Man, Shovelhead's gonna have a hate in with these guys. So he's supposed to be holding a grenade, but it's like inside of his costume.
Oh, so the grenade was there, it just didn't
Yeah, it's-
show up
yeah.
because the costume was too big and it clipped through.
Yeah, originally it was just supposed to be like the explosion and 50s robot walking in. But it was just kind of weird, so I added that reaction shot from Westy.
Yeah. Also, we were able to add the like fog, smoky effect to this scene to make it look like
That like the explosion was still like residually there.
yeah.
Greg, now would be a really good time for you.
I think
to
we did a
walk.
similar effect for the fire in episode 2, or I did.
Yes, yeah.
Of course.
That's where with the fire extinguisher and everything like
Greg,
that.
you know how last week you thought
Yeah.
that Charles stole your brownies from your hiding spot?
Yeah.
It was
It
actually
sounded so like
What?
I don't even know what the word would be because I'm just like yeah, like really concerned.
Yeah, like well, was it not?
Was that
Charles?
transformation in the cabin again?
No, that was like a shocked surprise of like a but since the models don't have like scared faces,
Oh,
I just kind of got away with it that way.
fair enough.
That is not good.
Also, that fight was far longer in the script. I just didn't want to do another big fight scene before the finale, so
Not a bad idea.
I just thought it'd be funnier to just do like a slap.
Hey,
Okay,
you
life. Is that what you said?
plasma motherfucker.
What?
Did
Yeah,
you say
I had
okay?
it. Yeah,
Oh,
I had
I've
it.
had an
I've
okay
had an
life.
okay life.
I thought you were like, okay, life.
I have like mediocre opinions about the
What do you
board
think
game.
we should do with it?
Yeah.
Read a book?
Yeah.
Eliminate
And this is the first time we have a
Tombstone.
badass Charles show up.
What the fuck is
Oh,
this
yeah.
made of?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got it.
Well, but then also then essentially dies or
Yeah, he gets his butt wrecked.
yeah. It's just to show off how
The town of Tombstone.
invincible
No,
this
I
machine
won't
is.
let you hurt
No.
him.
No,
And this
you
is supposed to be
don't.
like one of Dr. Animo's lesser models.
Right. Yeah. Hey, look, it's the thumbnail.
Yeah. That thumbnail is fantastic. If you get a chance, look at the video thumbnail and just admire it. It was the best.
Target eliminated. More targets detected. Eliminate. Town of Tombstone.
Which you made all the thumbnails for.
What do I do? What do I do?
For the series.
Yeah, for the series.
Target acquired. Well,
And they were all really well done.
Hey, you cheap wannabe jukebox! Don't you dare touch my man!
That was a changed line, like Kelsey changed that line because whatever it was originally she didn't like, so she just changed it and it was better than what I had written. So
Sometimes it happens.
yeah.
You didn't add any effects
No, that was just my voice.
Okay.
Other than the
beeping
robot
machine
yeah
noises. I'm talking about
yeah that was just
the
my
line
voice.
itself.
Yep.
What's the problem?
The data from the 50s.
You can kind of see the head honchos in space in this scene.
What was that?
If you're,
Oh,
looking-
yeah.
yeah.
Of the robot, which isn't possible.
It looks like he's just messing with a clock.
Yeah.
Like it's got the hands of a clock on it.
I was
Oh,
hoping
there's
that
space.
it would, yeah.
This has never
Yep.
happened before.
I tried so hard and I failed.
It's okay.
Best, you would be able to handle any problem.
Yeah, he's just in space now.
That one's pretty blatant.
Yeah.
See, like the hands of the clock on the little
Yeah,
machine
yeah.
behind him.
How to conquer the town.
Well, that's supposed to be like the pilot's chair.
Right. That's why I was like, why
So-
is there a giant clock?
I don't know. You need to know how long you've been in space, I guess.
Maybe.
That's really
What year
important.
is it?
Yeah. Nice callback.
Now go away. I must put together.
Yeah, this is a weirdly like not sadistic, but like very serious version of Dr. Animo that like wasn't really
You know this isn't over.
shown at the
Probably
beginning
not.
of the
You said
Yeah.
it
episode.
before. Can
Yeah.
anything so long as we're working together. Well,
Or really for the rest of the season,
Yeah.
honestly.
what do you mean by that?
Because Animo, not to like try to spoil anything, Animo
Was that?
might Animo's going to be coming back,
Right, yeah.
and so it's to set him up for future events essentially.
Quickly, let's get
But
it
yeah,
before
we're
it causes any
we're
more
definitely probably
problems.
going to go more towards like what we had him do in 6 and 7, and this is the return of the Zeta Reticulum, bringing in the end of the series.
We're not going to allow you to do any more
So did
damage to
they-
this planet.
Kick him off the ship then? Is that why he landed?
So in my brain, I can't show like the ship had been like crashed into the
As
ground,
much as I hate to
but like he had like
he has a point.
they mentioned like his ship is there, so like he had like escaped, grabbed his ship and was like gonna go off and run away or whatever, but then he was like some conscious part of him was like, no, I gotta go and warn these guys what's about to go down.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what alien race are you talking about?
Promise we won't do
At least that's my head canon.
Promise you won't be mad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The final line of this episode is another chilling one as well,
Out with it already.
where
Oh, fine, jeez.
Shovelhead just delivers.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah, just that whole.
What are the rim to high-ends? Basically, I can sum them up in 2 words. We're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have a line similar to that at the beginning in episode 1, don't you?
What do you mean?
I thought you have a line similar to that when talking to Shovelhead about the Zeta Reticulum.
Oh,
You're like, oh, so in other words, we're fucked.
Yes, kind of. Yeah, because he says something like the Earth is the Zeta Reticulans are the U.S. government and the Earth is a Middle Eastern nation with oil, and I go,
Yeah.
oh, well, we're fucked.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I didn't know if that was a callback or not. But
no, not really. It was just supposed to be like Shovelhead, who normally is like, oh, we can handle anything. When he hears that Rem to high ends are coming, he's like, oh, we're fucked.
Yeah.
And like that's like then it goes to like the the cut to black essentially,
Right.
where it's like, oh my god, like waiting for like the finale essentially.
Alrighty. And that's episode 5.
Yeah, that's episode 5. Thanks for watching.